summarize some of the main points that were made in this panel on managing through cycles and structural change in industries. And we use the phrase structure to summarize it. The first S, see it clearly, a strong theme around getting to the grips of what is actually going on and being very honest with yourself about the changes that are taking place. I think the second theme that came up in this panel was looking at trends that matter. So regulation, technology shifts, looking at the relationship between society and business and whether that's changing, and of course globalization and what that's going to imply for how we make decisions in the future. R is for rethinking. A lot of rethinking going on here at Davos, and a lot of people challenging what they used to think was the given truth. We're also looking at underlying assumptions. What are some of the underlying assumptions that have influenced the way we've made decisions? How are those going to be changing, and having the courage to really test them. The C has to do with cycles, and we talked a lot about the difference between cyclical changes and structural changes. And everyone that was here last year, one of our panelists said that believed these fundamentally cyclical changes were actually structural, isn't here today. They're all home rebuilding their balance sheets. I thought that was a great comment. T has to do with time frame, that we're constantly looking at the trade-offs between short-term and longer-term time frames, and the decisions made to honor one often get in the way of the other, and how do we achieve that right balance? The U has to do with upending traditional relationships. So that's our second U, and that has to do with ownership versus trading, and where is the right balance in a capitalist system? Where's the right balance with respect to markets? Then we have risk. The notion of risk has changed, and what risks there are that we thought we'd hedged, that we thought we could handle are no longer the case. And lastly, emotion. And I think it would behoove us all to remember that when facing crises, when facing difficulties, these are fundamentally emotional things. Don't forget that as you're trying to lead your organization, indeed through structural change.